Failure is not an option. It's a choice. Last night, last week, last year, what's something you did because you felt like there were no other options left? You ever heard the phrase, "We're running out of options here"? But would you believe that there is another option that you don't see most of the time? I mean, you notice the options that are usually laid out to you. But believe it or not, there's always more than just that. And this option is 100% a game changer. But sadly, it's the option that most people normally don't see. Most people don't think about. And the reason why most people fall short is because they're unaware of this principle. Do you want to know? Then you want to make sure you stick to the end on this next story. That way, you're never running out of options. Welcome to Untapping Your Potential, where we will share with you motivational stories that will keep you growing and inspire you to take action. Many years ago, there was once a father who lived in a small village. To make ends meet, his family decided to run a small business. But unfortunately, their business didn't go all too well. The father's debt to a loan shark grew steadily over time, becoming too large for the family to pay off. The loan shark was cunning and knew what to make out of the father's unfortunate situation. And at the time, the old ugly loan shark was deeply infatuated by their daughter's beauty. But it was very clear, even to the entire village, that she had no interest in the older man. After several rejections from the young lady, he discovered a cunning idea. "Dear fella," he called out one day as he approached the businessman, "I come with an offer that you'll surely like. I will forgive all of your debt, but in one condition." Of course, there was a catch. There always is. "I will forgive all your debt if you would be so kind to offer your daughter for marriage to me." The proposal was met with a look of disgust. "No way, sorry, no deal." And although his family was suffering financially, he knew nothing good would come by sacrificing his daughter. He would suffer even more if he took the offer. But the loan shark, too obsessed over the young lady, did not back down. He made another offer to the man and said, "Okay, how about this? I will place 2 pebbles into a bag, one white and one black. Let your daughter reach into the bag and pick out a pebble. And let's see if fate is in your hands. If she picks the black pebble, you will no longer be indebted to me, but you will give me your approval to marry your daughter. If she picks the white pebble, you will no longer be indebted to me, and your daughter will not need to marry me. Either way, you will not be indebted to me financially." The father looked at his daughter. The daughter looked at him. They had this silent conversation. And the daughter turned around, nodded her head, and agreed to the deal. She knew how her papa was struggling and how the family barely makes it. And she felt she had a 50% chance to help her family. Okay. Now the loan shark then proceeds to pick up quickly 2 black petals and puts them in a bag, hoping no one would notice. The young daughter didn't trust the loan shark one bit and washed them carefully. And sure enough, the loan shark picked out 2 black petals and placed them in a bag, meaning that whatever stone she picked, she would still have to marry the man. The daughter was shocked. She didn't even know what she should do. So she was left really with 3 options. I mean, of course, the obvious option would be to refuse to pick a pebble. But the family would still be in debt, and either way, she had already agreed to it. The second is to expose the cheating, take out both pebbles. But that doesn't solve the issue of still having the debt. And then you look at the third option, really choosing, knowing that she would save her family but risk her future happiness. Now be honest with me. What would you do in that situation? Would you pick the stone? Expose the cheater? Or sacrifice your happiness? Think about that for a second. Don't worry, I'll give you time. Well, let's see what the daughter did. Soon she came to an idea. The daughter reached into the bag, pulled out a stone, but before anyone could see its color, she intentionally dropped it on the ground, covered with all the other pebbles. "Oh no, I dropped a pebble. It's all mixed up with the other pebbles." "Oh no," said the father. The daughter then said, "Mister, if you could show us the pebble that's inside the bag, surely I would have picked the opposite colored one." The loan shark had been outwitted, and if he had protested, the cheating would have been exposed. Finally, the loan shark displayed the black petal and stated that she had picked the white one. Her father's debt was then long forgotten, and the daughter did not marry the horrible, ugly, old loan shark. The young daughter discovered a way out of an apparent hopeless circumstance. Don't limit yourself. Many people limit themselves to what they think they can do. You can go as far as your mind lets you. What you believe, remember, you can achieve. Mary Kay Ash. In books and films, movies and stories, there's always a story of a hero who is challenged to make a tough decision. Friend or himself, his loved ones or the world. Usually the hero chooses the lesser of two evils. But occasionally there's always that one hero who would break the stereotype and not choose the obvious two options. Because, the hero's sick of it. The author's sick of it. You're sick of it. It's too cliche. Thus, the hero who picks the alternate option appears to our eyes at first, it would almost seem like the most nonsensical and suicidal route. But by the end of things, it's usually the best option. We normally get the best ending. So let me ask you, in your life as the hero, are people cheering you on? Are you making the right choices? Well, I got news for you. Yes, it can and it should. When we're given options, choices, do you normally choose what's in front of your eyes? Don't simply accept those that appear to be the only ones. Because guess what? There are never the only ones. Instead, believe in yourself and think creatively. Like I said earlier, failure is not an option, it's a choice. And looking at a situation, whether it's how to interact with people or how to deal with a deceptive loan shark, thinking creatively and outside the box of the many possible solutions rather than focusing on the worst case scenario. This is what resilience is all about. Under the challenges of struggle and change, did you know creative resilience is the ability to conceive and act on good solutions? And when you start to think out of the box, you will pick up a new way to reimagine your surroundings and adjust your perspectives in order to discover new opportunities. And you know what happens when you discover new opportunities, right? They lead to something special and significant for your life. The daughter in the story makes good use of her creativity, and in the end she comes out victorious, happy. If you make good use of your creativity by playing with the situation, being confident of what your gut tells you, you will always come out victorious. As Nicholas Mineta once said, those who do not think outside the box are easily contained. Thanks for watching this video. How would you like to hear more motivational stories on a consistent basis? Do me a favor and support the channel by sharing, commenting below, and please make sure to like and hit that subscribe button to get the latest update. Soon, you will be on your way to feeling inspired.